Yeah, exactly, right? You eat the same thing every day.
You get sick of it, dude.
Yeah.
No, but seriously though, we're back in the stew.
We're in the studio, man.
Oh, really? The studio was too long?
He started calling it the stew.
Stew.
I've never said that.
I call my wife the sexy stew. She's a flight attendant, and she's like, "Really, sexy stew?"
You say that to the wrong guy. You're like, you're hanging out with sexy Stu.
Stu?
Or is he's opening for Magic Mike. Like,
Right? Yeah, Magic
Stuart
Mike
French.
is.
We call him sexy stew.
They call Stuart.
Yeah.
No,
I'm pretty sexy, actually. I'm kind of known as a sexy guy.
I'm pretty sure he was in a movie with Stuart French. By the way, it's our guest.
Was French Stewart?
Yeah, French Stewart.
I didn't even know what you were talking about, Stuart French. Like they're riffing. I don't even know what's going on.
We're brothers, so we have the same dumb wavelength.
Yes.
So we can say the wrong
You're
reference.
talking
and still
about
get it.
you're talking about Stewart, French.
That's it. I was taking his
He
attendance.
was looking at his ID.
Yeah, I was in
Looking at
teacher
his
mode.
license.
Yeah.
We got Steve. You know him from Friends, from The Prophecy, from Face Off, and a little show called Seinfeld.
Yes.
Steve
Yes.
Hytner, man, he's on the pod. Thanks, Steve.
And thank you for wearing Seinfeld clothing. That's
He's like,
He didn't even just buy this. These stains are long been on there. Okay, those are old stains.
yeah, he's like, did you buy this for the pod? And I was like, no, my wife made it, so Larry got no royalties
Yeah.
on this.
He'd be so mad.
There's a chance he might see it and be like, I want those royalties.
That could be a
There's a
curb
good
app.
chance I'm going to tell him.
Oh my God, I love that. That would make me so happy.
You're walking around and made merch. You can't make merch. You gotta buy merch.
Exactly.
He's making merch. He's a merch maker.
He's a merch.
I'm gonna get an email. I want 3 cents. Send it to me. Venmo me this 3 cents.
It's like, damn, at least I got his email now. That's cool.
He's gonna get a lot of unsolicited business inquiries.
Talking about getting your money, when I did my first movie, classic called Ski Patrol.
Okay.
I was living in L.A., but all my friends were still back in New York, and of course they all went to see Ski Patrol because Steve's in a freaking movie.
Yeah.
And one by one, they all saved their stub, and one by one, when they visited in L.A., they'd be like, "How you want to handle this?"
That's so good.
That bad? What do we got on Rotten Tomatoes on Ski Patrol? What's it hanging?
I
at?
don't know if I don't think there was a Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah.
when Ski Patrol came out. I mean, I think it came out in
Roger and Ebert weren't
no,
interested, though.
No, maybe they took a swing at it. It was 1990, I think.
Okay.
So I don't know if there was Ebert, but I don't think there was Rotten Tomatoes. Was there?
They go back. You know what? It's a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not bad.
Is that not
grade.
bad? Passing grade.
That's right.
C's get degrees, right?
That's right.
C's get degrees.
Yep.
I used to tell my wife that because she was like, she's a very hard worker.
Yeah.
And we met at the same university.
Somebody has to be.
Oh yeah, exactly. I know. Usually I'm drinking a beer by now. Also,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I would always say to her, "C's get degrees," and she's like, "You should do more work in the group projects." I'm like, "Nah."
It worked out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Communications degree, very valuable. Doing some communicating right now.
Dude, he had a class. It was just called Game of Thrones at university.
And it was just about the show?
It was an ancient history class where they like compared like the War of the Roses to like Robb Stark and like all this, and they had like,
they had to name their courses after famous TV shows to
Yeah.
get you to go?
yeah, that was basically how the ancient history department was surviving.
Right.
They're like, we did Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
What the hell do we do now, guys?
Did you take Breaking Bad for a
Oh,
semester?
I wasn't able to get into the science department. But,
He went to the biggest like party school in Canada, so it wasn't
What is that?
Wilfrid Laurier University.
No, I have not heard
It's
of that
just
one.
so they have a big thing on St. Patty's Day
I'll bet.
where they flood the streets and all the other schools around the area all come and they go on this street called Ezra Street. And when I started, it was all open and the lawns would turn into mud pits and you'd get chicks wrestling and you'd have guys jumping off of tables like a Buffalo Bills game, like jumping off the roof through a table.
Sounds like higher learning to me.
Yeah, exactly. My mom and dad were like, "How's school?" I'm like, "It's awesome."
Can I stay?
Yeah.
I'm getting a C in Game of Thrones, so it's going pretty good.
I'm crushing
Like,
it. Yeah, my little birds are telling me I'm gonna pass. Yeah. But and then it evolved to a point where now they put like cages around all the lawns. They give all the residents of Ezra Street 2 wristbands so you can like bring people in. But it's like Nazi Germany down there on St. Patty's Day. You have cops stopping you, being like, wristband, please. Show us your
really?
wristband. Like, it's very intense.
Didn't you get a ticket for going pee-pee poo-poo outside?
Not poo-poo. But yeah, I had a public urination ticket.
We don't want to stop and comment on somebody calling it PP.
That was crazy. I agree.
We're gonna let that slide.
That was, I know.
I just was trying to embarrass him.
You embarrassed yourself, my friend.
Maybe sound like I did it in a diaper.
Yeah.
I'm around my 4-year-old so much.
Yeah, I
It's tough.
guess you really
The
need new
verbiage.
friends.
Yes. The verbiage. Yeah, what happened with that ticket?
Oh, I was just taking a pee behind an apartment building, and it's nothing worse than when you just hear a cop go, well, couldn't find a bathroom, eh? And I'm like, you got me.
You're
And he
right.
goes, it's $105. Give me your ID. And I go, my name is Stuart French.
He's like, I have no idea. I love how you Breaking Bad him. You got me.
Yeah, I did for sure. Yeah. My dick is just out.
Yeah.
Like you're the greatest criminal mastermind of all time, and he's finally caught you. It's
also-
Catch Me If You Can.
We've been after you for years, and here you are.
Looks at my ID. It's all just ripped up cards. He's like, no. There was also 4 other guys peeing beside me. So it was like on a fence.
Oh, so you felt like we're invincible. We're untouchable
Yeah.
here. There's so
Did
many guys.
everybody get a ticket?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was like a urinal.
Yeah, the city of Waterloo makes a killing off of
Wow.
public urination and open container tickets that day. They made, I think one year they made $170,000.
Can you say, but officer, I have a wristband?
No, they go, no, wristband's only good for drinking a beer bong out the window.
Oh no! Look, it says pee pee poo poo on it.
Oh.
He's got a pee pee poo poo wristband.
He's got the quadruple P band.
And you know, the more he says it, it's still uncomfortable.
It's not,
We're gonna make it work by the end of the pod.
Well, we're not there yet.
This is not being the episode name. I know that.
No, I'm not gonna force that to be the episode.
No.
We've got Hytner on the pod. We're not gonna put that as the episode name.
That's crazy.
I'm in a basement with 2 brothers screaming pee pee poo poo at each other. What the hell happened to my life?
Yeah, he's one of the many guys who's walked in here and been like, "So you're gonna murder me
Yeah,
in this basement?"
exactly.
Yeah, usually people go studio.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys opened with stew.
Yeah. Well, it's stew because it's only a quarter of the basement.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
only a stew. That part's the DO over there.
It's-
We haven't built it out yet.
We did the thing on the ride here. We did the thing that I did.
Oh, you did the pod?
Yeah.
You did the car pod?
Yes,
Dang.
we're all done.
Okay, well, I'll ask a question then.
I had to stop him a couple times because it was like he was getting into some stuff.
You were
I'm
like,
no.
You're like, this is pretty
Yeah.
good.
He goes, "Let me tell you about Kinnison in '87." I was like, "No." I go, "Just stop, please."
La 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 la.
Okay, you want to give him a question? You want to
Yeah,
receive a question?
Because you've been a stand-up forever, right? Like before Seinfeld?
Yeah, well, yes and no. So I was really a very serious actor in New York. I moved into Manhattan to be a serious actor.
Oh, right on.
And I couldn't, I was studying with great teachers and whatnot, and but I couldn't get work. And then all of a sudden, stand-up blew up. And this is like 82, 83.
Okay.
That's how fucking old I am. And my friends were like, you never shut up. You should try that.
Yeah.
And so I did, and I was all of a sudden, like, in a humble brag, I passed at the comic strip like the 3rd time I ever did stand-up.
Damn. Wow. It used to be so different.
it
now.
does. That
That's
doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah.
Where you can like. Pete Davidson is a guy who kind of did that, but like in 3 times because of the gold rush of the 80s like that, they were always hunting for new talent, and there wasn't everything wasn't established like it is now.
Yeah.
Like comedy really only started as it is like with the clubs in like the 70s.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's got you could go from 0 to hero immediately.
Wow.
And when I passed, the guy at the comic strip was a legendary guy. His name was Lucian. He's very erudite and he spoke like this.
Okay.
He said, "Well, Mr. Hytner, I remember like what he said because I was pissed off, which was crazy, because he was trying to compliment me. He goes, "I'm going to pass you." I was like, "What the hell?" And he goes, "I don't know about your material, but you stand there as good as anybody we have." I was like, I know, of course, when you're young, all you hear is, "Oh, you don't like my material."
Yeah.
But he was trying to say, and that maybe came from my acting training, that I could be on the stage.
That is like I've heard that from a lot of comics who say, and I've taken it as an insult when guys go, you come off stage, they go, "Man, you're so confident." It's like,
Yeah.
why didn't you say I was funny?
Right,
You
right.
know,
Because
like, that's kind of the secondary part, I feel like.
well, people are especially young comedians, and I don't mean necessarily age-wise, just how long you've been doing it.
Yeah.
They're obsessed because you got to write material, but really, it's you got to figure out who you are up there.
Yeah.
That's where it is. Like if
100%.
you think of your 5 favorite comedians, they're not the 5 greatest comedy writers in the world.
Right. They're not the best joke writers. of
No,
all
they
time.
have
They're the guys
something
who
they
make-
do. They have
make
something
you
to
laugh.
make you listen.
Yeah.
That's the first step is to get people to actually listen,
care,
listen to what you're talking about. So, so I was good at kind of commanding the stage, and so that's how. Then I moved to L.A. because I wanted to give acting one more try because I was starting to do stand-up. And once I got to L.A., I didn't stop acting for 25 years. I didn't do
Wow.
stand-up for 25 years.
That's so funny. You might be the only guy in the world who is like in New York. You get super successful at stand-up, and you're like, I'm going to go to New York and try movies and TV. And then get super successful again. Or
This happened all the time.
Really?
Like I was telling Steve in the car ride, I'm like, that's very similar to Paul Reiser's career.
Wow, really?
Because
Yeah.
Paul Reiser, he was a big New York guy, and then I don't know if he moved to LA or whatever, but he was a huge stand-up.
Damn.
But then he made it as an actor. He was obviously massive, and then he went back to stand-up later in his career.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the thing back then.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's another guy.
He did stand-up?
Dude, that's what he was known for.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
So you would go to LA in the 80s, and all the talent scouts and the agents and the people from the studios would be watching, and like Johnny Carson's guys and whatever.
Wow.
They'd be at the store, and they'd be like, okay, we're going to make you a star. We're going to make you a star. And they just pull these guys off. Like all these guys, like Letterman and all those guys would go to L.A.
You think
like,
those guys still go to clubs and pop guys like that?
no, it's not like it used to be.
It's not quite like it used to be, but I just started working like crazy, and then later in my career, I had to move out of the city for some family. I had to go chase my family a little bit.
Yeah.
I got divorced, and she took my son with her, so I was kind of moving to where my son was.
Yeah.
And so that's when I kind of went back to stand-up. But here's the thing. When I went back to stand-up, I was like 50. When I was 22, my whole act was, I had no experience.
Yeah.
My whole act was, why won't she touch me?
Yeah.
That was my life experience.
Yeah.
And then when in my
How do I put it in? Yeah.
yeah, and in my 50s, I had more to talk about. You know, she still won't touch me, but
yeah.
I got more to talk
But now
about.
it's a different take.
Yeah.
You know, it's evolved.
So going back to stand-up, when you have a full life to call on, stand-up became more interesting to me.
Yeah.
His life's been crazy. He lived in New York in the late 70s, early 80s, and would like go to CBGBs we were talking about.
Stop doing the pod before the show.
Dude, I'm telling you, we got all the good stuff
Pick
out.
out a nice music playlist. So
Yeah.
We're going to listen to some of the Clash. I've got some Zeppelin.
We were talking about the
here.
Clash and the Ride
You're
too.
Were you really?
Dude,
I'll tell you, I'm a little weird. I have one band I've seen like 70 times.
What?
That's right.
Who?
Aerosmith.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
That was my band when I grew up in the tri-state area, so that's 3 times every time they come around. When we were kids, like when we were 15, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, we'd go to all 3 shows.
Follow the tour bus.
Yeah,
and-
we were just huge Aerosmith fans, and now 70 sounds like a lot, but if you get old enough, you add them up.
Man, they're still, yeah, exactly. Those guys are still ripping hard, right?
Oh, they're unbelievable.
Dude, he told me a story in the car ride.
Which story?
With the picture you showed me?
Oh yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you that story. So I'm doing stand up, and I'm in Nashville, and I'm checking out of the hotel, and I look over, and across the lobby, I see Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick,
Okay.
and I'm like, holy shit, it's Rick Nielsen. I go, all right, I'm going to check out. I never go over to anybody, but I'm going over.
Yeah.
I'm going over. So I finished checking out, and I turn to go over to him, and he's right here. And he's like, big fan. I'm like, get the hell out of here. He goes, big fan. So, he goes, I got to take a picture with you. So he wants a selfie with me. We take it, and I go, well, you got to send that to me.
Yeah.
Right? And so he sent it to me. So then we had each other's number. Then we kind of kept in touch, and every now and then we'd text each other and just on something. And he was playing Reno, which is up by where I live now, Reno, Tahoe area.
Okay.
And so I text him. I go, can you hook me up with tickets? Yeah, of course. No problem. We're doing the whole show's unbelievable. They come out for the encore to play Surrender.
Yeah.
And my wife sitting next to me, and she goes, hey, hey, I think he's pointing at you. I go, no, that's what rock stars do. They go like, he's not pointing at me.
He's just rocking.
Yeah, he's he's rrocking out.
It's involuntary.
She goes, no, I think he's pointing at you. So I look, I go, I think he's pointing at me. So he's pointing at me, and he says to the audience, hey, any Seinfeld fans in the room? My buddy Steve Hytner played Banya. He goes, why don't we get him up here?
What?
So I get up, well, security takes me up. I'm on stage. They throw a guitar on me, and I'm banging it out. I'm doing Surrender with Cheap Trick.
What?
And I don't know if my guitar was on. I don't play the guitar.
I was gonna say,
Right.
how does he know you play?
No.
You guys must be close friends.
But I can sing. I've been
Right.
singing my whole life. And Robin Zander, the lead singer, he hears me singing, and he goes, dude, hit my mic. It's hotter. You can sing.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I'm screaming Surrender with...
You're like back to back
oh,
with them.
oh, what?
Dude, you got to
You know.
see this picture. We'll post the picture right here.
yeah,
dude.
the
It's
pictures.
so good.
I got a couple of them. They're unbelievable.
Oh my god,
Unbelievable.
that's so cool.
Yeah. And still friends with him. Rick's an unbelievably cool guy.
That's so nice. Yeah, they had a tune in, I believe it was Guitar Hero 2. I think
Yes.
Surrender was in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that, man, Guitar Hero creates huge resurgences for some bands like that.
Yeah.
Like, it really put a lot of newer bands on the map, too.
I just saw a clip. Did you ever see the clip of Prince talking about Guitar
No.
He He turned it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm sure it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
He turned it down. And he goes, no, he goes, I'm not mad about it. He goes, I just think people should realize how difficult it is to learn the actual.
I did see something about him talking about how it's not just buttons.
Yeah.
The guitar. He was like,
Yeah.
you can't just play
He's a really good
like
guitar
buttons.
player.
I
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
But it's like an 8-year-old wants to pretend to be you, man. Can you just let him?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
a game,
Can you
man.
just let him play Purple Rain? Like,
Yeah.
He likes you, you know?
Like, kids can't turn into a little ball like Sonic the Hedgehog either. Like, it's a fucking video game, Prince. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. Right? Like,
That's a lot of Prince anger. I've never really heard Prince anger like that.
Well, you know
before.
what, Prince? Like, we like video games on this show,
this
okay?
is a
Like,
pro video game pod, which incidentally makes it an anti-Prince pod.
I don't know if that's true, dude. I don't know if that's true.
I think you pick one or the other. It's
I
right or
feel
left.
like he had more of a nuanced opinion than what we're kind of putting in his mouth, and he's not here to defend
He might
himself.
have played a little of Sega, maybe some Atari back in the day.
Did you ever see him in concert?
No,
Really good.
I can imagine.
You like when you see him in concert, you go, I didn't realize he was one of the greatest guitar players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Well, there's that famous, is it George Harrison tribute, I think, at the Rock
Yeah.
and Roll Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
where he comes
Yeah.
out and he's just like,
Yeah.
Everyone, right? Like
Tom Petty's up there,
Clapton,
yeah.
Yeah,
I think, like-
Petty and Clapton.
yeah, he
with
was
her.
just ripping.
That's
And
the
he was,
craziest one.
a lot of people were like, Prince can shred like that?
Oh, I think he wasn't supposed to do all that.
He
too.
wasn't. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was.
And,
Well, you know, Prince did whatever the hell he wanted.
yeah. Exactly,
You know?
yeah.
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 But the best Super Bowl show, the best halftime Super Bowl show,
Yeah.
I think, right? Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
You've
I
heard
would
of the
say
Super
so.
Bowl, right?
Well, funny enough, on our last pod, we had this lead singer of Styx, and he's like, yeah, we played the Super Bowl. And I was like, I probably should have looked that up before we talked to you.
Yeah.
Probably should have known that.
Did you have any research at
He
all?
goes, it was actually twice. And we were like,
I love
oh.
the idea of, like, we've got back-to-back episodes with guys who have been on the biggest broadcasts, like, in human history.
Yeah.
Like, they got played in Times Square.
Yeah.
And we're just like, dude, you're on Steinfeld? That's sick, man. I heard of that show. That's so cool.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I see it.
What was that like?
Just Chris Farleying every interview.
yeah.
Whoa.
That Farley Paul McCartney thing was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The Beatles thing that they did on Saturday Night Live was when he offered the Beatles $1,000. Lauren came on. He goes, "I've got a check for $1,000 for the Beatles to show up," as like a joke.
Right.
But John Lennon happened to be in New York, and Paul McCartney happened to be in New York,
What?
and they called each other like, "Should we go down?"
They almost
funny.
came down.
Yeah, they're like, "This might be funny to go down
It'd be
there."
quite funny.
Yeah, and Lauren had a joke in it where he goes, $1,000, and you can split that up however you want to. You want to give Ringo less? Give Ringo less.
It's so gutless. It's so good.
Have you ever run into Lauren?
No, I never auditioned for SNL, and I shouldn't say that. I never auditioned for SNL. One of the first jobs I got in Manhattan when I moved in, I got a job with a catering company, and I got placed at Saturday Night Live on their second season.
Wow.
And I was going into like Lorraine Newman's dressing room and changing her cheese and her waters, and I did that for all of them. And I got fired. Chevy wasn't there anymore. He did one season.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
Bill Murray came in.
Wow.
And I was just fascinated by this dude.
Uh-huh.
Fascinated by him. And he would talk to me.
Yeah.
And we talk about, I don't realize I'm talking to Bill Murray because he really wasn't that famous yet, but he was fascinating.
Yeah.
And then like the caterer.
This is before Ghostbusters.
Before everything.
Like
This is
before
like
he-
77.
This is
probably,
before
right?
he had his breakout episode of SNL.
Wow.
When he said, I'm not getting a lot to do here, and then he did, and after that he popped. But I would talk to him, and like the caterer guy would be like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be sitting here talking to Bill Murray. You're supposed to go change the cheese in Gilda Radner's room."
And you're like riffing with Murray.
Yeah, and I'm in River with Murray, and finally I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, my bad." And I go right back, and I finally got fired.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm not going to end the conversation.
yeah.
That is crazy. Second season. Have you seen that movie Saturday Night where it's
I
like
did.
about
I
the
liked it
first
more than
one?
I thought I was going to
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. That was. Have you seen that movie?
No, I gotta watch that.
It's pretty cool. It's just like the first how they came together and it was just like a mess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just all over the place. It was just 70s, man.
Yeah.
You're in New York in the 70s. It's like that's where you want to be.
And there was a lot going on in the dressing rooms.
Oh yeah, I can imagine
Yeah.
with Belushi and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
dude.
Garrett Morris coming in off the street in his robe and slippers. Like, how was last night there, Garrett?
It's still going.
It's still going.
It's not done yet. That's crazy. Well, because I wanted to ask about like being in New York and moving to LA and then getting on Seinfeld and being portrayed as like a hack comedian.
Yeah.
Did that like negatively impact when you did go back to stand up? Were people expecting you to like suck ass or be hack?
I don't know, but I've had people come to my shows and go, well, we knew you played Banya, but, he wasn't funny. So we were kind of curious if you were going to be funny. So but I don't think it ever really got in the way. But playing the hack comic was, to me, much more interesting.
It's way more fun.
But way more fun to play a hack comic.
Be a funny guy. You got to be like thinking really hard about every single word you say. To be a hack comic,
Yeah.
it just comes.
I've
It
tried.
flows.
I can suck.
yeah, exactly.
Give me half a chance.
yeah.
So yeah.
Here, hold on. I can do that one worse.
It was more fun. It was more fun. But like Banya was just such a unbelievable free ride.
Yeah.
But the character was huge.
It's
right?
insanely huge.
Insanely huge. So I was worried about the size of the character. I did season 6 to 9.
Yeah.
So the show's already the biggest show on the planet.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a character that's enormous.
It doesn't feel like that either. Like obviously Seinfeld came out when I was like a baby kind of thing, and so I'm watching it retroactively. But you don't realize you come in so late. Like,
yeah.
Dude, he's only in 7 episodes.
Yeah.
But that's for everybody's like that. Putty was in 9 or 10.
Right.
Dude, they were amazing. Like at world building.
Yeah.
There's guys. How many episodes is Bryan Cranston in? Like 3.
Yeah.
Like they're so good at the Soup Nazi.
Yeah.
Like they're so good at building characters with the writing. Like I love to be like I was just watching the table read episode of Curb where you came back.
Yeah.
On Curb.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn funny, and you watch like the process, and I don't know how true to life it is of like how they do their table reads and how like it's really cool. Like there's a scene of Jerry and Larry talking about the jokes and going through them.
That's very real.
What
I can
season is that?
imagine.
I just finished 12, but that's back 8 or 9?
7, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Curb?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what season it's on, but
Yeah.
it was fun to do. I mean, it was good to see everybody again and do all that shit, and like it was again a reunion that you never thought Jerry was ever going to do.
Yeah.
But it was a reunion within Curb.
Yeah.
They did it perfectly. Like that was the only way they could do it, because I know like they were throwing money at Jerry to like
Must
come
have
back for
insane.
another season or whatever, do reunions. It was always on the table, and the idea of like backdooring it into Curb
Yeah.
and then executing it as well as they did,
Yeah.
so good, dude. Probably some of the best TV ever made.
Crazy how long that was across that point too. When did it end? 95?
90. Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, yeah.
98, I think, was the last.
It was
season.
only about 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like 90 to 98. It was 9 seasons.
Wow.
And Jerry ended it because he had a thing about the number 9, and
Really?
he also had a thing. The main thing was he wanted to end it as when it was the number 1 show.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that thing with Larry King?
Yeah, that was the best.
Oh my God.
You don't really see, I mean, maybe you've seen Jerry freaking out,
Yeah.
but that was the most like pissed off I think he's ever been in the spotlight. The number 1 show of all time. You think I got canceled, Larry? Me? You think I just, okay, I'm done.
He's doing the thing that we do too, where you're mad but you're trying to be funny.
I agree,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's mad
But,
first.
but
Yes.
mad first.
Mad first.
You can see his eyes.
Yeah.
He's lit up.
He's moving a lot. I'm like, whoa, he's like stepping to Larry King.
Do you do any research on
Yeah.
this show?
Yeah. It's so good.
Dude, Larry King, he had this, man, his questions were brutal. Talk about brutal questions, because we always say we ask brutal questions. Larry King, one time he had a skateboarder on, and he goes, how important is the board? Well, that's really the whole scenario, Larry.
He asked the diver the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The scuba tank. How important is that? The air. Kind of important.
Dude, Larry King, by the end, he was phoning it in, and like he started doing like infomercials.
Well, he said he was scared to die.
Yeah, well, who is it?
Is that
But
right?
no, on air he goes, I don't want to die. I'm not done doing interviews. I'd want to do more interviews. I don't want to die. I think it's all black when you die.
Like he said that on the show.
Or someone
And we'll be back.
Yeah. I swear to God, there's a clip of him where he's like, "No, I don't want to die. Like it's gonna be all black." Yeah.
Well, I think that's rare too. When you saw who isn't afraid of dying, I think when people get to their 80s and stuff, they come to some term
That's
with
what I thought,
the
yeah.
idea of, like they did. Who was the woman that had all the gorillas? She recently passed.
Jane Goodall.
Right. So there was an interview with her right before she passed.
Yeah.
And the guy says to her, "So what's next for you? What are you looking forward to?" And she said, "Dying."
Yeah.
And he was freaked out by it.
Yeah.
But she was like, I've lived everything else. The ultimate question of what's next
Yeah.
is coming up for me.
Yeah.
She goes, that's what I'm looking forward to.
And Larry
That
King
makes
was like,
sense.
"Oh,
You know, Larry King started crying.
Larry should have been studying apes. Maybe he would have come to terms with it a little better.
He's like, I didn't interview Coco the
Yeah.
gorilla. I can't die yet.
Coco
Yeah.
not want to die.
Coco won't live.
So 87, you moved to LA. I wanted to get that Kinnison story out of you, or just like the guys you're meeting in LA. Like, who are some of the guys that you're?
This
kinda
was
rubbing
not
shoulders
LA.
with?
This was New York.
Oh, really?
So Sam was creating some noise in Houston. He came out of Houston, and he was doing really, really well. But he came up to New York, and he was in the comic strip. And he was fascinating because, you know, it was a classic club with the showroom and then the bar outside, and all the comedians would hang at the bar until it was their time to go do their set. Sam Kinison started coming in, and he got spots because he had some heat from Houston. And what we noticed was he would walk half the room.
Yeah.
Every show. Half the room.
Wow.
And the other half of the room is dying.
Wow.
And the other half of the room is leaving. And then the other thing that would happen is all the comedians just sit out there and drink beers and laugh and stuff. Every time Sam would go on the stage, every comedian went in the room.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so it's just like noticing that, going that, well, something's going on.
And
it was
Dice too. He would walk the rooms a lot too.
Yeah.
Well, it was just the content back then, right?
Yeah.
Like being crass was like
Right.
insane, right?
Yeah.
And
It was
being-
almost like Lenny Bruce, where like if you go back and watch his stuff now, it's like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then same with Sam, like it was just like him screaming was hilarious.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you see a guy do it, and you're like, that guy's trying to do Kinnison. He's
Yeah.
not even psycho. It's like, you gotta
Right.
be crazy. to do
Yeah.
that.
If you want to try and top that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was also authentic. And I think his father was a preacher.
Yeah.
So he had all that training.
Yeah, he had done that, and so he's doing the Lord's work
Yeah,
basically, and then
yeah.
switches up, starts doing Satan's work
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. No, and that era was like very loud and crass, like the George H.W. Bush era of like Morton Downey Jr. and like, do you know who that is?
Morton
No.
Downey
Dude,
Jr.
Morton Downey Jr. You got to see this guy. He was insane.
He was
would
a
chain
talk
smoke.
show host.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just nuts, and he would chain smoke, and he had to do
He'd be like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah.
Like in the guest
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Dude, he was
Literally.
insane.
Yeah. That's your bullshit story.
You're an idiot. You're a stupid guest.
It sounds like Eric Andre.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it really was like performative. Like he invented the shock jock, like Jerry Springer kind of thing. But
Wow.
he was insane, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
Morton Downey,
And to be the first one to do it, that's a wild pioneer.
and he blew up like a rocket, and then instantly like faded. Like he was maybe
And he was
famous
completely
for a year or two.
bipolar because he'd be crazy, and then all of a sudden he'd have the cigarette and be real sensitive.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like this dude's satisfying. You couldn't take your eyes off him.
that's the big thing about comedy is you have to be entertaining too, right? Like it's one thing to be funny,
Yeah.
but like with Kinnison or with like whoever like that, where you just can't look away.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this guy's got something unique sometimes, yeah, maybe make half the people leave. You know,
Well, walking people. That's the point. It's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. If you're walking, if half the room is hysterical laughing,
yeah.
and you're walking the other half, it's a unique kind of situation.
Yeah, Colin Quinn said if you're making more than 80% of the room laugh, you're doing something hack.
Yeah.
You're making too many. He plays to the back. Though.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you would say that, Colin.
Yeah.
He's
he
amazing.
Was. So years ago, Colin was at the comic strip too, and comedy had blown up, and everywhere, all over Connecticut, every bar had a comedy night.
Right.
So one of them, Colin and I get sent up to some bar in Connecticut, and we get in there and we're looking around, and he goes, "You want me to go first? You want to go first?" I go, "I don't care." I said, "I'll go first." And I go first, and we had just, we got there right before showtime. I get up on stage, and it becomes sort of apparent that it's a lesbian bar.
Oh, wow.
Right, and my stuff's not killing. Not killing. I've had an okay set, but while he's watching me not killing, he's realizing it's a lesbian bar.
Yeah.
So he gets a chance to get
He's writing jokes about softball. And, yeah.
So all I remember is I get off. I'm like, whoo. And it's just him. And, we're not famous. He's not famous. It's just two guys from New York. So he gets ready to go up, and they say, Colin Quinn, he walks up, he goes, "First of all, I can change each and every one of you."
So good. So good. Amazing to think you guys walked in and you were like, yeah, a lot of chicks in here, man.
We're gonna clean up.
This is like no dudes in here.
It's like when Homer's in the bar and he looks around and it's all girls and he goes like, "Hey, there's something up about this bar. There's no fire exits in this lesbian bar." Yeah, man. Like you came up with like everybody, right? In New York, you're splitting between New York and LA. You're probably seeing everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that was an unbelievable time. I mean, Chris Rock was at the comic strip when he was 15 years old.
Wow.
And I was like, he was 15.
That's
insane. He wasn't very good. He was a 15-year-old kid.
And did you see any of those sets? Teenage Chris Rock
Oh,
sets?
yeah. And what I would always say is I didn't know you could get that much better at stand-up as Chris Rock did. But he was 15. I mean, how good was he going to be? But, and then just, his rise was unbelievable.
Even when he got on SNL, it was kind of a whatever. Like, he didn't really have that much memorable stuff. It was after, in, like, the mid-'90s when he had his specials.
Bigger, blacker.
That's when he became, like, Chris Rock that you know.
So he was there. Like, Adam Sandler was at the comic strip.
That's really cool.
Adam Sandler was like, I was a couple of years older than him, and he would always be like, "Hey, Hytner, you really get the girls. Yeah. Well, you're like, two of those girls are there with you, aren't they? Yeah, you're all right with the girls."
He's like, "I have an idea to deal with women now. I'm going to start talking like this. What do you think? Hey, baby, want to have a little sexy time? Maybe go pee-pee poo-poo on me?"
It worked, damn it. It worked.
I cannot believe you called back the pee-pee poo-poo.
I knew it was coming.
I don't know if that's genius or the saddest thing I ever heard in my life.
It's pure madness, Steve. It's madness. So, I heard you on Yakov Smirnov's podcast.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the Seinfeld roles. You went out for, was it 3 or 4 or something before you got Banya?
I did. Like, they were interested in me on the show. And I had auditioned for 3 or 4 different roles, didn't get. And then I got Banya, and what ended up happening with the podcast is I said, because he said, naturally, what roles did Banya audition for and not get on Seinfeld? And I said, well, one of them was when Kramer had the scent of a beach, and then there was a guy who had a perfume company. And then I go, and I don't remember the other 3 parts I auditioned for. Literally, I don't remember. And it blew up because all the Seinfeld fans were like, what parts did Banya audition for?
Yeah.
And like the clip of that podcast, over 4 million hits.
Wow.
All based on me going, Banya had auditioned for other roles.
What a country.
Yeah, what a country. Yeah.
There's super fans in the comments, right? That's why.
Yeah.
That reel's playing and guys are sitting there like researching, like, okay, who else was around season 6 that was like a 1-off or 2-off?
Right,
like,
right.
It is interesting. It's crazy. Like, it's funny to think of Bryan Cranston as Banya. Or you as Watley, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be like...
It was even like when Jeremy Piven was playing George.
Yeah.
Right.
When they were like auditioning for the pilot in the show, it was like, you could see it. He was really good.
He was good.
Yeah.
It's interesting, the casting choices like that. Like I was telling Steve, I was like, you were in Face Off.
Yeah,
That's
kind of in
insane.
Face Off.
Yeah.
So I had auditioned for a larger role in Face Off and didn't get it. John Woo directed that.
Yeah.
And he calls me at home to say, I already knew I didn't get the part. He goes, I just want you to know I loved your audition. I just think you're a wonderful actor. I'm going to try and find something for you in the movie.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, cool. So I never talked to him again, but it was back in the years where everybody had a faxes were everything, right?
Right. Yeah.
And like John Woo's blowing up my fax machine about, I think maybe this roll right here, and the roll has like one word.
Yeah.
Like,
His face is off.
Yeah. So sure enough, I finally there's one part of interrogator, and is my face in the movie? Or is it just my voice?
I think it's just your voice.
But I still get residuals if it's the voice.
Let's go.
But like John Woo is wooing me to do like one freaking line in the movie, and then the camera wasn't even on me. I mean, we shot stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was the face-off thing, and but I did get to hang with John Travolta for the day.
That's crazy.
That is
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
very cool dude.
That's wild. He was nice. Was he doing any like weird stuff? You ever see him like in a dress or painting his nails or anything?
Not that day.
Doesn't mean he didn't have.
He did secret weird gay stuff, didn't he?
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
no,
Did he?
No, he was definitely. What you are you in the closet? Was that what you would call
On the
what he
down
was
low?
doing? On the yeah.
No, back then that's in the closet for sure.
Okay.
Down
You
low
know
is-
better than I would.
All right. Okay, what does that mean?
You know all the your community, right? You're in the community.
I'm an ally.
Yeah.
You're an
that's
ally.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what Face Off was. But it was fun. I mean, In the Line of Fire was really fun
Yeah, that's crazy.
with Clint Eastwood.
Oh.
Did he direct that too?
No, but I'll tell you this story. So that was Wolfgang Peterson directed that. He had done a movie called Das Boot.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
Great movie. And so he got his.
Seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, you know
incredible.
Das Boot?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
one of my
He's a
favorite
movie
movies.
guy.
It's one
Yeah.
of my favorite
Big
movies. It's
movie guy.
amazing.
All right, so he gets In a Line of Fire to direct it. Clint Eastwood is a big as an icon as you could possibly be.
Yeah.
So he's directing it, and he knows Clint had just won Best Director
Yeah.
for Unforgiven,
Yeah.
right? So he's the current Best Director, and he has to direct Clint, and he knows Clint likes to work fast. Sorry. So this is my first scene with Clint Eastwood, and the way it works is you do a scene, you do the master, where everybody can do whatever they want, and then you come in closer and closer over the shoulder, and the final shot.
That's what we should have done. We filmed the pilot and we didn't do that.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we're not Wolfgang Peterson. Man.
So the last shot is the close-up, and the close-up is you have to be, if you're the other person, you have very strict rules because it's the close-up of that person, and in this case, it's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
So your job is to do like 60, 70%. Your face has to literally be against the camera, otherwise the eye line will be too far away. So, and you cannot overlap in a close-up.
Right.
In a master, you can overlap and do whatever
over,
you're going to
yeah,
do. Right. But so that's the close-up. So Wolfgang goes, I'm about to do my first scene. It's a scene where Clint and I are screaming at each other. And Wolfgang goes, we're already in Clint's close-up. Let's just start the next scene in Clint's close-up. So I have to, supposedly, do 50% steak ties, do not overlap. But I'm like, this is the first scene I'm ever doing. Wolfgang's screwing me by not letting me do it in a master.
Burying you. Yeah.
Burying me.
Wolfgang, this is how we did things on Ski Patrol.
Yeah, let me tell you how showbiz works.
You're looking for a 51% on Rotten? You better listen to me.
So anyway, we do it, and it's Clint's close-up, and I just go full bore. Because we're screaming at each other.
Yeah.
And I'm screaming at him. I don't overlap. I got my face tight. I do not overlap, but the whole crew and Clint can tell I'm going.
Yeah.
Which is not usually done in a close-up. And we do the scene of screaming at each other, and it's like, cut. And Clint just does a little Clint move, and he goes, well, I can't wait to see what happens when this camera turns around.
That's sick. That's really
Pumping
cool.
your tires.
That's awesome. Playing off each other. That's cool. John Malkovich is the bad guy, right?
Yeah, he's amazing.
I remember
Wow.
there's a
Yeah.
scene in like an elevator. It's a really good movie. It's didn't Harrison Ford take over that franchise? Was it the same franchise as like
No, In the Line of Fire?
it wasn't was it a standalone movie?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of
But
Harrison Ford?
Malkovich is wild, man. You have a conversation with him.
Oh yeah.
Like at one point we were talking about Don Clendenin from the '69 Mets.
Okay.
And then like 2 seconds later we were talking about Nietzsche. It's like well, I don't know how. Like he just like pops.
Man, that sounds so John Malkovich. Yes, and Nietzsche, he's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
His
that?
philosophy on life is something I've taken a lot of consideration in.
You're just doing Werner Herzog.
I'm lightening up the
Yeah.
Herzog. I've been working on my Herzog, and I'm toning it down to do a Malkovich.
Because
just
I
take a
was
step
listening
down,
going, and I was going, I don't know who that is, but I don't know if it's Malkovich.
Have you ever seen that Matt Damon talking about Malkovich showing up on the set of Rounders?
No.
Dude, he's like, Matt Damon's like, the whole crew's super pumped. Malkovich is coming on. He's like a star. He's a legend. And then like Matt Damon's like a kid who's coming up. This is like second big movie. And he's sitting next to Malkovich, and they're like, action. And John Malkovich is like, you want to come to my poker club?
Yeah.
And then they like cut, and then Malkovich like leans in and he goes, I'm a fucking terrible actor. Matt Damon tells it, I think it's on a pod.
He
and I'm
didn't tell him he was going to do that voice.
yes.
That's
And
odd. That must
so
have
he was
blown
like-
his mind.
He's like trying not to laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I did the prophecy. I did all 3 prophecies.
That's right.
And the only people to be in all 3 were me and Christopher Walken, the lead.
That's crazy.
So I work with Walken, and the first one, I don't think he says 2 words to me. Right? Well, I don't care. That's fine. It's cool. You know. And like one of the last days on the shoot, he walks up to me and like completely breaks my space. Right? Like he's right here, takes a huge pregnant pause, and goes, "You're very funny."
And that's it.
So I take the same pause and I go, "You're scaring me." Doesn't crack it. Doesn't laugh. Just goes, walks away. Then we do prophecies.
Walks away.
We do prophecy 2. I can't get rid of him. He's like a schoolgirl with me every day. And that's the one he wanted to talk constantly.
He's a Brooklyn guy, right?
I've got something.
Oh no! Steve, peep peep poop.
Oh my God.
That was worse. That was worse. He'd never say that. Pee poo poo.
Yeah, he would say it like
he
that.
might
That's
say
true.
it. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite Banya episode of Seinfeld? Do you have one?
Yeah. I love the first one, obviously, with the suit and the whole introduction of the character. But early on the show, like that first episode, Banya had a cadence to him. Everything was the best, Jerry, the best. There was always that cadence. And then they kept that around for a while. And then I even said, I think we should lose that cadence. I feel like we're beating a dead horse a little bit. So for like my next 3 or 5 episodes, I didn't speak in that kind of.
Became more of a realistic person. And
Yeah.
less of a caricature. Right?
Well, I don't know if Banya ever became a realistic person.
Did Jerry come up with that Ovaltine joke?
I don't know who wrote that joke, but that's where I was going, is that we had gotten rid of the best, Jerry the best. And when we were rehearsing The Mentor, where, he's doing the joke with me and I read the Ovaltine joke, the script said, that's gold, Jerry. And that's when I said, well, let's bring back the cadence. And so that's why it became, that's gold, Jerry, gold.
So good.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. And so I enjoyed that episode as well. And also in that episode was Jerry Stiller doing, it was the fatigues where he got everybody sick as the.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's such a, for me, that could be the all-time #1 episode when he's having the PTSD and all the guys.
Oh my God. And I love how they don't make him look younger. They just put the hat. They just put the bloody hat on. Okay, there you go.
And the guy starts joking. No, it's no good. The food's no good.
That's crazy.
I sent 50 men to the latrine that night.
He had to sit on a cork. Did you have any like interactions with him at all?
Yeah, actually, I talk about it in my act.
Yeah.
I go, like, he was one of the greatest. Jerry had this thing, like, if you were fortunate enough to be in that circle of characters, like, not only did you have to be good, but Jerry treated that show like his baby. You had to be a cool person.
Yeah.
You just weren't. So, one of the most amazing was Jerry Stiller. I mean, just, he, who you think Jerry Stiller is? He's exactly that guy.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That's
He's
amazing.
exactly that guy. Like,
Was he bringing Ben around at all? Like, did you meet like a young
no,
Ben,
I
or-
never met Ben. But like when we did the finale, like there's a bit of a party on the stage, and I'm just talking to somebody, and out of the corner of my eye, I can see Jerry coming my way. You know, he's doing that Jerry walk. He's just coming my way, and he's got remember the finale? There were no smartphones. Like I can see in his hand, he's got one of those. Remember those yellow Instamatic cameras, the little disposable ones. And he gets up to me and he goes, "Steven, gonna need your address." Like, of course, Jerry. What's up? Well, taking some excellent photos of you at this party. Gonna need to get them to you.
It's so good. It's crazy.
Right? I go, hey, right. So, long story short, I give him the stuff, and 5 days later, in a manila envelope, comes 4 photographs in triplicate.
Wow.
With a handwritten letter on how lucky and blessed he was to work with me over the years.
Wow.
That must have been just the whole finale thing must have been insane. All the hype around it.
It was. There was. I mean, there were helicopters over the studios because they didn't want the script to get out and all that kind of. I mean, it was really insane. But there were a lot of parties at the end. But this was the one on the sound stage. That's a wrap. So it's really emotional too.
Larry David's walking. He's got a handcuffed briefcase with the script in it. Like,
you only got your pages.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you only got your pages, and so it was pretty intense for the finale. But saying goodbye to everybody was wild too, and I just had such a guy crush on Jerry Stiller. I just go sit near him. Yeah, just in case he said something.
Hear him talk.
Yeah. Just in case he said.
There's
something.
a couple guys like that for sure who are just so funny, and you're like, when you do have a chance to experience it, you're like, I'm not going to be a guy at all. I'm just going to be a fly and soak it all.
I'm going to get every bit of this I can get.
Yeah,
and that's how I was when Jerry was around. He's so freaking nice. Years later. He's doing King of Queens. Yeah. And I did a couple of episodes of King of Queens. The first time that I'm on, it all starts with the table read, right? So I always get to the table read early. I just like to be early. And Jerry was a couple of minutes late for the table read, and he was like the last one to come in. Mm-hmm. And he sees me sitting there. And he goes, "Well, Steve's here. This week's gonna be funny."
That's so. Oh man, you be walking on cloud
I
nine
know,
all week
crazy, right?
Anytime a funny guy tells you you're funny, it's like this is the best.
Yeah.
Like when
Tell
I met
your favorite story.
Like
of
when
all
I
time.
met Shane Gillis.
Did you?
Yeah, and Naeem Ali, our buddy, he goes like, "Shane, you got to meet this guy.
He's a Philly comic.
He's really
open for Shane.
He might be one of the funniest guys in the world." But he goes, "You want to meet somebody who's really funny? This is Dave. He's really funny."
How many times do you think I've heard that story?
Not bad.
I've heard that fucking story as many times as you've heard. That's gold.
Yeah.
It's never been on the pod. It's never been on the pod.
Well, then you should have told it better.
It was just a quick incident, guys.
It was a 17-second story.
Yeah.
That was the whole story.
That is the story?
That's it. That's a clip. That's an Instagram reel. We got to keep them short.
So what did you think of Shane?
Oh, he's a genius, man. He's so fucking funny.
I agree.
And he was really, really, really nice,
We
too.
met him at Skankfest. It's a festival. It's going to be in New Orleans in November.
You should play Skankfest.
What is Skank? What is happening?
It's just like a darker, like a Just for Laughs, kind of like a Moon Tower festival.
Okay,
kind of thing.
I got it.
This year will be down in New Orleans.
But
they
like,
have
Shane's on it, Attell, Mark Norman.
I got married in New Orleans.
Oh, it's
I love
such
New
a good
Orleans.
time.
New Orleans.
You should. I can put you in touch with the bookers of it, man. Like they would. I'm sure they would love to have you.
Oh, it's so fun.
If anything positive comes out of this,
he gets a ride.
I'll be stunned.
You're like, this ride will be good. Hopefully, he doesn't crash.
Dude, I was trying to get Steve on the pod so hard. I kept messaging him. He goes, "You're really persistent." I was like, "Yeah, we kind of have that rep."
We've gotten that description and also the descriptor of annoying assholes. So
one person said that, and he himself is an annoying asshole.
Was somebody that was on the show or somebody that was listening to the show?
So it's a big comic in New York that CJ is actually going to box at Skankfest.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you know how to box?
I'm learning.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea. Course.
Yeah, he's doing a crash
how
course.
big is this comedian?
He's a pretty big in terms of comedy. Or
no,
physicality, he's
yeah,
pretty big. He's more jacked than he is famous, I would say, but he's decently famous.
What are you thinking?
I snuck into the green room at Skankfest and got caught, and they were going to ban me, and so I demanded trial by combat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
So I'm fighting the guy who runs the festival, basically.
Really?
He's the comedian who started it. And
3 rounds?
3 rounds, 3 minutes a round, boxing, 16-ounce gloves. What's up?
It's always like comedy and combat goes so closely.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You just think of combat
Well,
when you think of
just
comedy.
the idea of
laughing.
people say, I killed. So stupid. Oh, you killed.
You just can't help but think of pugilism when you're thinking of comedy. for
It
sure.
just sounds cooler. You can't go, everybody laughed really loud.
Everyone liked me and thought I was
Yeah, they want me back.
But yeah, so I'm boxing this dude at the festival. So they do this thing called the Skank Walk, where they get all of the comedians and all the attendees of the shows, and they walk down like not Bourbon Street, but like it's a huge street.
Right.
And they got brass bands playing.
Canal Street, Bourbon
Yeah, I think
Street.
right in Canal Street.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. And then so that's 11 to 12, and then at 12:01, when everyone gets there, that's when I fight Lewis
Outside?
outside in a boxing ring. Yeah,
3,000 people.
What time of year is this?
November.
Okay, good. Because if that's like June,
Oh,
you're not going 3
No,
rounds.
even the sun in November.
Yeah.
It was hot.
It was
yeah.
hot.
Oh, it's murky
So,
and
but I've looked it up, and Burlington has higher altitude than New Orleans. So I got that's a plus.
that
one for
is
me.
a plus.
I need everything.
You know, I'm living up in Tahoe now. If you really want to train,
I'm gonna come up. Yeah, go over there to Colorado.
Yeah.
We got to get Hytner in your corner, dude. That's the next step.
yeah, he's just gonna see the way you're breathing. He's gonna be scared. Look at the way he's breathing.
Hey, who's his cut man?
It's so good.
Yeah, dude. No, it's Did you have what other question did you have for Steve? By the way,
What I had
you
actually?
don't have a brutal question for him?
A brutal question?
Yeah, because we always do brutal questions.
All right,
It's
take
they're
a
kinda bad
shot.
questions.
Take a shot. I'm sure. I didn't realize that most of these were pretty brutal.
We're starting now.
Yeah,
The
now.
segment now. The segment's just beginning. I was wondering what was the worst butchering of a quote anyone's ever said to you? Like,
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
it's diamonds, Jerry. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's like really screwed it up. I know I'm not answering the exact question, but I get a kick out of people who they're like, well, I'm not going to be obvious and say that's gold, Jerry. Gold. You know, I'm going to have a good, I'm going to go a deep cut, right? So I'm like, I'm at the airport and I'm, doom scrolling on my phone and I'm just like lost in my world. And behind me, I hear a guy go, Kramer, your Nancy Boy cream got all over the ticket. It's like, it's a good one, right?
it's so scary.
Yeah. Your Nancy Boy cream got all over the ticket.
The show.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said that. Please don't hurt me.
God, no.
Wow, I figure you probably have, and I mean, if you could ballpark it, how many times you think someone said to you, it's gold?
Oh, my God. I mean, literally, if I walk outside my front door and I spend my day, somebody's going to go, that's gold, Jerry,
Yeah.
gold,
You
right?
get hit in the grocery store.
Yeah,
everything.
everywhere. But here's the thing is I'm pretty cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like when it's a question because then I have to answer.
It's
like-
Gold, Jerry Gold?
What?
Was it gold?
Yeah. So I'm fine with gold, Jerry. The one that I get a lot is just like, hey, did you ever get that suit back? Like, it's a fictional program. So that's all I say is it's a fictional program, man. I didn't know. I didn't get a suit.
They're looking for answers.
Yeah, they're
It's the
looking
same
for
as the
answers.
Yakov clip. They're like, we need answers.
Dude, he has been on like every huge sitcom ever.
Yeah.
He was on Friends.
Yeah.
He was on like King of Queens is our dad. You met our dad earlier. That's our dad's favorite show.
Yeah, and then I was recurring on 2.5 Men. I think I
Modern
did like 4
Family.
episodes of that. Yeah, I'm a whore, man. I did them all.
That's crazy. You're like the consistent, though, of like a successful sitcom.
Yeah,
Like
there was
jumping character.
sitcoms would be like wanting me on. They would say, "Let's find a guest spot for Steve."
Yeah.
I even did it with the CSIs. I did CSI, the regular one, Vegas. I did the New York one, and they were saving me for the one in Miami,
Right.
in case they wanted me to, look like what's his name's brother. So
Yeah. What's his name?
I think his name's Yeah.
It's not his name.
I think it actually might be his name. He changed it legally so he can own it.
I know it. It's Pee Pee Poo Poo.
Ah,
It's David something. It's David.
David Koresh.
Caruso.
No, it's David Koresh. I do know that. Yeah, it's David Koresh in Waco. Yeah, he was great. He was great in Waco.
Yeah, so they were saving me in case they did one where there would be a brother or something.
Okay.
And that never happened. But, yeah, I was
Totally
really fortunate.
see it.
I-
That's a great. Whoever pitched that one, they
Yeah,
nailed it, and whoever
yeah.
knocked it down.
Well, they just never they never wrote the episode where I was going to either be his brother or his cousin or something. They were like, let's save you for that.
I wish we knew this back when the opportunity was there. 'Cause we would go after this pod and immediately write the episode.
Yes, let's spec it.
Yeah, here's the spec.
We're gonna spec the episode. His wacky brother's in from out of town. Say yeah. Yeah. What's like? What's your favorite
That
guest
was
star?
hard to hear.
It's just hot in the can.
Yeah, that was hard to hear.
What's your favorite guest star you've ever done?
Oh my God. I just mostly it's about fun experiences. If the set's fun,
Yeah.
not necessarily the role itself, the gig itself. When I did Friends, this was fun. Years before that, there was a show called Herman's Head that was by a new network called Fox.
Yeah.
Brand new. Wow. And anyway, so I was auditioning for a recurring role on it, and there was a young role of a young girl going to be the lead character's goth little sister. So there were all these hot girls auditioning for the goth role. And I started up a conversation with one of them, and it's unbelievably hot. Unbelievably hot. And we're getting along great. And it turns out I book my part. She books her part. Nice. So we see each other at the table reading the start of the week. So, we didn't know anybody. So we hung out all week, made laughs and jokes and fun and great. Cut to years later, that girl was Jennifer Aniston.
Oh
wow.
my God.
That's crazy.
So then by the time
like 20-year-old Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
like-
shit.
I'm thinking like, how high can he go with this? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be like Marissa Tomei, maybe. Like, pretty good.
Yeah, so
but that's maybe the number one.
So you can imagine Jennifer Aniston at 20 years old, dressed in all goth, like
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm typing it into a certain search engine later.
We're gonna put it in AI.
Yeah.
So I'm doing Friends. Friends is already a huge hit.
Oh, yeah.
She is literally one of the biggest TV stars in the world. She is married to Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
She comes to the table read and sees me sitting there, runs across the room and goes, Steve Hytner, do you remember me?
Oh my
God. Yeah, Jenna. I remember.
Yeah, like Jenna was
Yeah,
it?
was it? Yeah.
Jenna Addison or something?
Nah, sorry, baby. I know a lot of chicks.
Yeah.
Did you know what Sandler says about me?
Put on some black lipstick. Maybe I'll remember. Yeah.
That's crazy. That was near the end of the run of Friends, right?
It was because I was such a mercenary. It's not an artistic story, but Friends wanted to have me on, and I kept going, I don't like that part, I don't like that part. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, well, this is a two-parter season finale. And I go, oh, because I know that show's already going to be in syndication.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if I do two, it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
That's
a
crazy.
lot of money
You
over.
turn down Friends. Like, I don't know if that's right for me.
Yeah, and then I just became a whore on the 2 episodes. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. And so it wasn't as fun of a part, but I'm still getting 2 residuals instead of 1.
Your residuals must be crazy. Getting checked. The Seinfeld ones alone are insane.
Well,
think
I
it's like
was
crazy.
in the sweet spot, like the 90s and the aughts.
Yeah.
Now everything streams. Residuals are like pennies.
Really? Yeah, they
pennies.
killed it, eh?
Yeah, it's all different. This is like, even when a show goes on, like when Seinfeld went on to Netflix.
Yeah.
That didn't really help me much.
Oh, really?
I make money on the classic syndication of stations all over the country, and those still happen. And Friends and Seinfeld and 2.5 Men, like the ones I was on a bunch, end up being like the best ones you could have been on.
So all these checks now are coming from like dudes watching in Indonesia and stuff.
Yeah,
on, like TV.
yeah. Well, you get a check called ROY. No, ROW, Rest of World.
Oh wow. Eh?
Yeah,
And
rest
is
of
that,
world.
Like, the bigger one now.
No, the rest of the world's never really big. It's the individual ones. And then also, there was a time where I would go to my mailbox. I was living in L.A. There'd be 17 checks in there on a daily basis, and they'd be ranging from $1,000 to a penny.
That's crazy.
He's
And
got
then-
Santa Claus's mailbox, but it's just
Yeah.
royalty checks.
It was
It's
just,
crazy.
and it would be full every day, and my roommates would be like, "Fuck screw you,
wild,
man.
yeah.
Screw you. And now it's all, electronic. So I just have an app that tells me what checks are gonna be put into my account.
Yeah.
So you don't actually. But I used to literally had a rubber stamp made up for the back of the checks.
Wow.
What's the lowest amount of money on a check that you've cashed?
0.
0?
Yeah, I've gotten them for 0.
Cashed
I didn't cash it, but I've had 0. I had 1 penny. I've had 2 pennies.
But I'm talking about which one did you the lowest amount that you actually cashed?
1 penny. Well, if I'm sending them all in, it was right next to $1,000 one.
So good.
So you just send
It's
it
so
in.
funny to think the piece of paper and ink
Costs
exponentially more
I know.
than the check.
That's
It's
crazy.
like the ink costs 5 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Just give me the ink next time.
Yeah, but I had a rubber stamp say only to be deposited at SAG-AFTRA Federal Credit Union. I would stamp every single little one of
That's
them.
insane.
And so, did you ever go to the teller and they're like looking at the checks and they're like, Seinfeld Friends? What the fuck? Like, who are you? Are you like the guy who runs NBC? Like,
I was
Sort of.
always at the Screen Actors Guild Credit Union, so everybody, they knew everybody was an actor.
Oh, I'm sure TMZ loves to park outside of that.
Oh, I got a good TMZ story for you. I was coming out of really hip restaurant in L.A. and the TMZ's always there, right? Because there's always some stars coming out and stuff. And I'm coming out, and this is in the 90s, and TMZ comes up to me, and I had several drinks at lunch on a Friday.
Oh,
right?
yes.
And they say, "Hey, Steve," and I go, "Let me ask you something. How slow of a day does that have to be in your world that you got to come up to me?" Because I said, "Is there nobody's baby mama that you can have coming out of here?" And they're just cracking up. And the next week they go, "Dude, we argued to use that so hard." And Harvey just wouldn't use
they're
it.
like, put it
'Cause
over the credits.
Yeah.
Cut the voice.
Harvey thought that I was making fun of them, and he didn't like it. But the crew was like, "We love that clip. We still, for a couple of years, they're like, Harvey, that was hilarious. Put it on."
Yeah.
But Harvey thought it was like,
I also have a TMZ story. Do you have one? Do you want to tell yours?
Yeah, I used to watch it when I was 11. I'd be like, "Ooh, cool! Jennifer Lawrence is getting lunch." Like, I don't have one.
Yeah, when we were doing the Stanley Cup, when I was traveling with the Stanley Cup, it was COVID, and we had a party on the beach, and everyone was passing around the cup and drinking from it. And there was strict regulations from the NHL. It was like, do not let this happen.
Yeah.
"Don't
So-
let them drink out of it."
Yeah, because it was COVID.
Oh,
so
COVID.
you weren't
All right.
allowed to share it.
All right.
So it was like really strict regulations, and you weren't even supposed to be partying outside.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of rules we broke. And then next morning, I'm swimming in the pool, and my boss comes down. He goes, "Hey, just letting you know, we're going to be on TMZ today." They sent an email. They filmed us with a telescopic lens.
Oh.
Everyone's sharing, and they're like,
So you
"Look
just-
at these dirty."
Yeah.
You just see me waddling around, like
so good.
babysitting everyone. It's
Taking
amazing.
pics.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. So hey, that
That's
was my
brutal.
I liked his more.
I like
His
yours.
was
That-
obviously better.
Yeah, I liked yours that you got nailed. That they were
Yeah.
doing with a telescopic lens.
Telescopic lens. The guy was on a boat.
You
Right.
think they need one of those to take a pic of this guy?
The cup's really shiny. Okay, you can see it from far away. Yeah, no, that was my TMZ story. Steve, what do you got coming up, man?
What do I have coming up? I'm doing a bunch of stand-up. I really am. Later this month, classic February, Snowbirds down in Florida.
Nice.
So I got clubs I'm doing all the rest of February. I looks like I'm gonna do an off-Broadway show in the fall. My friend Arden Marine, she is the Bert Kreischer show is blowing up. The Free Bert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She
huge.
plays the wife.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Right, so she's blowing up that, but she wrote a really silly, funny musical that she's going to do off Broadway, and she's like, "You're definitely in it. I have the right part for you. You're definitely in it." So just to go back and do some off Broadway would be kind of
sick. Are you a
fun and
singer,
cool.
too?
Yeah, I can sing.
He already
Like,
said he was.
when I was younger, I did operettas, but like they would be what's the one, Gilbert and Sullivan ones. So those are kind of comedy, sort of, but you still have to be able to sing in
you
an
gotta carry a
operetta.
tune.
Yeah. So
I am the very model of a modern major general.
there you
Is that
go.
Matt?
Yeah.
That's Gilbert Sullivan. Yeah.
Hey, it paid off.
I'm not doing that. I'm remember that. He used to
That was awesome.
Yes, let's go.
He used to sing that all the time. It was so annoying, dude.
He's got a great story where I came home super drunk one time,
Yeah.
and my parents are like, "You're drunk, Dan." I was like, "I'm not. Look, I can sing this whole Gilbert and Sullivan song," and I sang it.
He sang it, and I was like 10, standing at the top of the stairs, and I was so scared. I'm like, is this what alcohol does? to people? I was like, no, like it was a little bit much.
I did the Mikado.
Hell yeah.
On a tree by a river, little Tom Tits sang willow tit willow tit willow.
Well, if she's looking for two fat Canadian brothers to be in this, I think we can bring something to the table.
Oh,
Got it.
If you'd have told me this was going to break down to Gilbert and Sullivan songs.
What do you got coming up, CJ?
We got the monthly show at Nickelbrook, February 28th. Tonight I'm doing 45 minutes at Moonbeam Lounge in Burlington. Kitchener, February 20th. And then I'm at Levity. I want to say it's March 6th and 7th.
He's blowing up.
Yeah.
He's always working.
It's usually not this good. I practiced. This was like I had to sit down and look at the calendar and actually figure it out. 6th and 7th March at Levity in Hamilton, hosting for Michael Moses.
Nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Check out
Awesome.
our link tree. Get the merch, guys. Cop the merch. Thank you for everybody who's bought some. Get some of those shirts, some of those hats. Support the show.
Hey, where's the money, by the way? I was thinking about that on the car right here. You haven't given me the money from the hat.
Hey, I hope everybody had a great time listening today to
Yeah.
Steve Hytner.
And cut.
All right. Peace, weasels.
All right, thanks, guys.